It's so cool how that does that. It just eases in. I like that. Hello and welcome back. I'm trying to get a little bit more like professional with the setup here. Sophisticated? Sophisticated maybe is a better word. Yeah. So I was gonna show you all some goodies I got. Let's see. I ordered myself from eBay some brushes, some watercolor brushes. I'm excited with this. Yes, I'm probably feeding the Chinese economy, but it's the choices we make. Another really elegant set of watercolor brushes, which is pretty cool. And then our friends at Hobby Lobby have this really cool, I believe you pronounce this gouache. For being a dictionary diva, my pronunciation skills are awful. They really are. But this is the medium, the painting medium that's kind of between acrylics and between watercolors. And used a lot of this with vintage advertisements. Before there was AI, people actually had to, come up with stuff in their head and put it on paper. So, yeah, that's really, I don't know. I could have a comment about that probably, maybe for another time. But today is game day, and I'm ready. It's game day. We're going to do something a little different today. I'm going to try to paint. This is a very bold experiment. I'm going to try to paint the Smoky Mountains in the backdrop with Neyland Stadium in the foreground. I have a little sketch outlined right here. This is a very, very bold idea. We'll see if it works. Okay. What I like to do is remove myself from the stream so we can focus on what's happening, whatever hot mess is happening right here, rather than this hot mess right here, because I still have on yesterday's makeup and yesterday's hair. Good times. Okay. Let's get to it. It's so funny because, not being able to hear myself, I'm so used to being able to hear myself. It makes you think about, like, what are your inner thoughts? What's going on in your head? What's happening? What's happening in the background of your mind? What thoughts are floating around in there? For me, it's everything. Literally everything floats around in here. Literally. Okay. This is going to be a big sigh because I am apprehensive about this one. I really am. Very much so. Bold move, Cotton. This one is a bold move. We're all about stretching, though. You hear me getting my stuff out of the way? All right, let's pull out our handy dandy little watercolor set. Well used, well loved, and abused. I love it violently. Let's get our little brush friends out. Get them in the water. bought myself also at Hobby Lobby a little palette so I can mix some colors. $1.79. Again, supporting the Chinese economy. First, where was it made? Oh yeah, it was made in China. I do have a twinge of consciousness when I buy things from China. But I have not stopped yet because there's just not that much option. Anyway. Alright, so I am a fan of Theo Von, the comedian. Does anybody else know who he is? And hello, White Rabbit. Hello, Volstorm. Thank you both for popping by. So I was listening to Theo Von the other day with what I thought, and it was an amazing interview. We had Theo Von with Jordan Peterson. And I was like, this is going to be a really cool interview. Very much a juxtaposition of personalities. That's the word I was looking for. It was a struggle to get there. Well, it might be that how this whole day goes. It might be just a struggle all day. Don't know. Okay, so I'm pulling out a little blue right here. You see that? I think I want it a little more diluted. Oh boy, this is bold. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Theo Von and Jordan Peterson. So Jordan Peterson's written several books. Of course, he's been in the, most people will know him because he was in the media limelight for controversy regarding his social positions on things. And as I was listening to the interview with Theo Von, of course, the focus was primarily on, like, what is Jordan going through right now, you know, with his stuff in Canada and his professional board having issue with how he represents himself publicly, which a professional board can do, you know. Even Jordan Peterson said that they have, theoretically, they have the right to do it. Because if you are a member of a profession, you are kind of expected to abide by the behaviors outlined by the profession. But that's such a slippery slope of hypocrisy, really, in my opinion. So they were discussing that, and Jordan mentioned this really cool thought that I had never considered before, that tolerance can be a vice. And I thought about that because that is really an interesting thought. Can tolerance be a vice? And as I thought about it, I realized he's 100% correct. Tolerance can be a vice because it's excessive. Excessive tolerance can be vice-like. Well, because it's excessive, for one. But then also, is your allowance of tolerance or your over-tolerance to certain aberrant behaviors because of virtue signaling or whatever, does that really help others? You know, you think you're helping, but are you? I just thought that was a interesting idea. Look at me. I'm trying to be good today. I'm trying to actually do good work. Not just slapping something up here today. From my alma mater. All right, now. Got us a little sky. Let's pull a little gray from right here. Mix a little bit of that with the blue. So we're going to try to get the mountains here. I realized something I didn't do. But maybe I don't need to. Yeah, maybe I don't. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Not quite gray enough. Interesting. So, oh Lord, I'm shaking like a... That's technique. That's my technique. It's not me shaking. Promise. Hey, Volstorm? You still with me, brother? Love? Just checking. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Thank you. Like I said, this is a very bold experiment. When I was little, I don't know, maybe 6, 7, and I liked to draw a lot. And my dad told me about the art of perspective. And I can remember being like a little 6, 7-year-old kid, and he was telling me that things in the distance are lighter and things in the foreground are darker. And my little mind was blown. Like, whoa, that's so cool. And then I was taking a drafting course at the university. Trying to capture here. I was taking a drafting course, and it was before it was I shouldn't give away the time frame. But anyway, you had to learn how to do hand drafting, old school drafting. And that's where I learned a little bit more about your vanishing points and your lines of symmetry for technical drawing. This was for like when I thought I wanted to be an engineer, which that was funny. And really, you don't have to be anything, When you're a kid going to college, you really don't have to have it all figured out. Now, it's a huge waste of money if you don't have it figured out. Just, So try to have at least some idea of what you're hoping to do. Some idea is a good thing. I feel like I'm buggering this up, but that's okay. want to try to have, oh, I didn't wet the paper, and that's part of the reason why I'm encountering these issues, because I should have at least tried to have this moist. Damp. Should have at least tried. Try to go back to my thought. Anyway, the drafting course where I was learning how to do technical drawing was also another mind-blowing experience, because kind of get an idea of, oh, that's how that does that, or oh, that's cool, now I get it. Yeah, you kind of get that sense of how you can make the 3D world visible in 2D. And that could go into a whole other discussion about what's going on with them. Well, hey, they call me Rose. It is so nice to see you. Come on in. Thank you. I'm really glad you're here. This is fun. I do enjoy this. It's a lot of fun. All right. Let's see what we can get here. I'm leaving a little too much white. We can just say it's the artist's interpretation if it's not perfect. That's what we'll do. I'm a recovering perfectionist. Recovering type A. It's been a long, hard road. Long, hard road. I don't talk as much when I'm like getting in the flow zone, so I apologize. Just definitely in the flow zone right now. Which makes me think of The Incredibles. Wasn't it Frozone? Was Samuel Jackson's character Frozone? Let's do a little bit right up here, because that's bothering me. I couldn't let it be. I just couldn't. Of course I couldn't. Alrighty. Huh. That's actually looking pretty good on camera. Look at that. What do you know? Well, thank you, Rose. This is a lot of fun, and I didn't realize that this was probably my niche the entire time. I had no clue that this was going to be what I ended up doing. I have to give credit to the expert, because there was one day where I was like showing my art on stream or something. And to me, my art is extremely personal. Like, I don't want, intimate is a very strong word, but it was almost to that level. Like, I didn't want to share it with anybody. And it's ironic, though, because the junior associate, my child, is very talented, like so talented. And I tell her, I'm like, you could do these YouTube videos. You could show people how you do what you do, and it would be great. Because I'm thinking about, like, for her future, because if you do stuff like this, if you do it right, it can be an investment, because you're investing some time for a future payout. Anyway, she was like, I can't do that. And I'm like, why? Why can't you do that? And she's like, I could never do that. And it was funny how her little reaction was so reflective of mine. My own personal. I thought, ooh, she got me. Oh, she got me. I'm holding mine back and she, for no reason. For no reason, really. No real good reason, anyway. Yeah, this is where it's getting bold. I did not know how I was going to get this to happen here, but we'll do our best. This is the actual stretch of the skill right here. This is the stretch. It almost looks like a swimming pool. And it kind of, in a weird little way, it kind of is. It's a sea of people when you go to Neyland Stadium on game day. It is so much fun. It's hooting, hollering. Some people acting a fool. It really is a big experience because, what is it? 100 and how many thousand? 100 and something thousand when the stadium's full. Volstorm has the numbers. He knows this stuff. So it's one of those things I feel like should be a bucket list item for folks. You should really make the effort. But 101,000, okay. There used to be more, didn't there? They used to have more seating, but then they did a redesign. But it needs to be a bucket list for people. Come to a UT game. It's a lot of fun. You might see Volstorm and I. Don't judge, though. Okay? Just don't judge. I say there's hooping and hollering. I didn't say who. I might be part of that. Hooping and hollering. Mind your business, right? Mind your business. I'm not capturing what I really want right here, which is like the strat, how the, maybe I can get it in there. Maybe I can get the seating better. Plus there's like the Jumbotron is right here, and then the Vols are on either side because we're looking south with this picture. And Knoxville really is a pretty little town. I have an idea that I would love to do, like if I was a travel agent. I'd call it the Southern Comfort Tour, and I'd go to all my favorite cities. Like Savannah is beautiful. Love Savannah. Charleston, fabulous. So much fun. And then New Orleans. New Orleans before Katrina was it just had a different vibe. It had that, I don't know, it still had that feel to it. Sort of that, I don't want to say antebellum. Some people don't like that association. And really that's just a architectural style, but people associate it negatively with stuff, which is ridiculous. But, time is time. Things happen. That's my opinion. So, trying to show the crowd. This is the stretch. This is the stretch. I didn't, yeah. Trying to show variation. Let's see. Now somebody had done a photo like this, but forgive me for not knowing who did this. Somebody had done a really cool photo that looked a little bit like this. All right, now the green of the field. Oh, I need to do the end zone with a checkerboard too. I wonder if I should do that first. Well, we can try, right? We can give it a go. Maybe. Give the effect of it, maybe. That's not the right orange. That's not the right orange at all. We'll pretend it's in shadow. That's why it's darker. That's all that is. It's in shadow. Not very good with my checkerboarding. I just gotta laugh. That's hilarious. This is not quite it, but that's okay. So tonight's game is the blackout game. You're supposed to wear black tonight. And I have a black 3/4 zip somewhere. Not exactly sure where. Because I don't have a closet big enough where I don't need to rotate. I have to put stuff in bins for each season and then haul it back out again. Oh dear. Oh, this checkerboard is going to crap. Forget about the vanishing point with this. Dude, that looks really cool on the camera. I just looked over at the computer just to, kind of check it out. And this is pretty cool. I'm kind of stoked about this. All right, put this in shadow down here. I have too much. I don't have enough white. I already see what I've done. I already see it. Oh, sugar. We'll need to have something on here where you know that it's a football field. You know, the yard lines. I didn't do that. I don't like where I have my pencil. Let's see if we can just throw some yard lines on here. If I was smart, I'd have used a ruler, but why do that? Well, that's too close, but that's okay. It's all okay. So part of this vanishing point process and perspective is being aware what distance does to lines. I'll try to be mindful of that. So what we're going to do, let's do a little bit of all over. Some all over green here. and then we'll stratify it. Just a little color wash for this area. Make the paper moist again. Dude, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Besides my flub here on the checkerboard, it's pretty cool. I'm liking it. I should show you what I'm doing. So I'm trying to get a slightly darker shade of green here. Slightly, but not too dark. And of course, the saturation of your brush has a major impact on how the color will lay out. I'm learning that still, and that really does take a lot of practice. Learning how to control the saturation of your brush, the paper, time. All right. That's a little too green. I don't know if I like that. That's a little too green. Too cartoony. Need some brown, I think. Back in here. Oh yeah, that's a good one. There we go. Let's see if we can't fix this a little bit. But not oversaturate. But that's the color I need right there. I was wondering where my forest green was, like olive greeny. Could not find it. Like, where is it? Sugar biscuits. I say that one a lot too. Sugar biscuits. Because part of my recovery from being a type A perfectionist is also a recovery from being a foul-mouthed, well, I can still be foul-mouthed, but it really doesn't add to your level of eloquence if you're cussing. It's not, it doesn't add to it. Now, sometimes it's appropriate. Like, I was listening to Jocko, because I love Jocko Willink. And he was talking, because he doesn't, normally you don't catch him cussing on any interview or anything that he does. You don't normally catch him cussing, you know. But he did an interview where he's like, yes, I mean, sometimes you have to cuss because that's what gets the point across. That's what gets the point across when nothing else will. Which makes me think, again, because I think all the time, some people have grown up in like family environments where negative words and actions are just, that's the language that's common in the house. I grew up in a house where no one cussed. The worst word my dad would say was ass or son of a bitch. He would sometimes say, that's, sorry, son of a bitch. So daddy did not cuss. Neither did my mom. They didn't cuss. Oh, they were good folks. They was good ones. They were good ones. Oh, that's really cool. That's so cool, man. This is turning out. I didn't think it would. My shaky ass hands. Oops. See? See, it slipped. Shaky hands. This is why I'm not a surgeon. I would not. Oh. And I'm distractible, so it would not be pretty. There's a good reason why that's not what I am. Okay. I really want to put the vols right here, but I don't trust my skills with freehand drawing right now. I just don't trust it. And I should have put a field goal right there. And there needs to be a little bit of something. I think this is dry enough where I can do this. Just a little bit of something right here. A little bit of a wash. A little bit of something, something. Don't screw up the balls. I'll try not to, Yamaha. Oops. I nicked an artery. Oh, I've seen that happen. Or a ureter. Or. Yeah. Not pretty. It's a lot of weight to carry if you are a surgeon. But I call them body engineers, like, because it's kind of what they are in a way, and that's how their mind works. They're fixing a structural problem within a human body. So kind of like body mechanics too, sort of. So Yamaha, I don't know if you were on late last night with the expert, or you may have been, and I totally missed your chat, but I was talking about how I saw a couple of bikers at the gas station, and I had the moment of where I was like, maybe I should just park the car and hop on the bike with one of them. But I didn't because my kid was with me, and that wouldn't have been appropriate. So now Volstorm has decided he's going to go to the Harley dealership and check something out, which I'm appreciative of. We can at least look, but then I'd be too nervous, honestly, to ride. I know, I'm too nervous now. How can I get this? I really want the vols right there. I think I need to see a picture. So let's just go step away for a moment. Let's browse the interwebs, do some searching. Tap. Okay, so the sign themselves is, of course, just 4 letters, VOLS. And they are white letters on an orange background. I don't trust my scaling ability, though, to put them appropriately. I just don't trust it. But maybe I should have faith in myself, man. Maybe I should have faith in myself. Plus, I don't feel like I made the stadium big enough, but that's okay. We won't worry about that. We won't worry about that. See this trepidation? Isn't it ridiculous? It's ridiculous. Put the Jumbotron right here. Try. I don't have enough paint. Oh, I just wanted to seep a little bit. That's okay. We're just giving the effect that it's there. I think I'm off center too. Oh, there is not a little flip to it. Put a little color. Just a little bit of color there. Now this is where I do sound like Bob Ross. Happy little Jumbotron. Hanging out with all the people. 100,000 people at a stadium. Oh, that's so off center. That's okay. Now, we're just going to give the sense that the letters are there, I think. I don't think I'm going to really be able to pull this off. Oh dear. All right, here we go. Here we go. It's going to look like blobs floating in the... It's like orbs. They're just orbs. Orange orbs floating above the stadium. Yeah. So, last year I had this epiphany because 2020 was hard on everybody. It was so hard. I made the genius decision to go through graduate school during that process and have a full-time job. It was really, really smart of me. Honestly, I'm not sure how I didn't lose my shit. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Maybe I kind of did, actually, because last year I had made the decision that I was just going to take a break. I was going to take a hiatus. So I took a sabbatical. I was very fortunate that I could. I mean, you know, beans and rice, rice and beans. There's no, we was eating. But I needed to just kind of step back and reevaluate. What the hell just happened in my life? Anyway, I had a point. What was my point? Lord. I did have a point. Maybe it'll come back. I think I need some more mushrooms. I need some lion's mane because obviously if I have a thought that slips away that quickly, I got some neurons that ain't firing. I need to regenerate those guys. They're not clicking. You know, I think if I keep fooling with this, I'm going to flub it up. It's fine for what it is, which is to give a sense of Neyland Stadium and the Tennessee, the beautiful mountains of East Tennessee. It gives that sense. I, of course, find imperfections. Like I don't have the upper decks here. I don't, but artistic license. That's what I'll go with. I will go with artistic license on this one. But it's pretty cool. Looks kind of kindergarten-y to me. I have not seen the artist that does nipple rubbings and converts them to art. I'm sure there's a lot of talent there. Really. Maybe the experts should do that. That could be a stream. Or, ooh, bumped my camera. Or you could have panelists who come on and demonstrate that talent. That would be something. Nipples make great olives. I'm gonna have to think on that because I thought of a Halloween party platter in which you have like a cadaver, you know, like a charcuterie board. And like you could have it look like a cadaver, and then the olives could be the nipples. That would be an interesting Halloween party. For sure. All right. I think I'm done. Shoot, this was 48 minutes. I really did get lost in the flow zone. That's really cool. All right. I have a story. When I rub my third nipple, it opens a door to the magical land of Narnia. Well, now the chat's like hopping and I don't want to leave, but I have things to do. So, I love y'all. This was fun. Thank you for visiting. And I will see you maybe next week. I don't know. Tomorrow I have a photo shoot. I'm going to put some of that up tomorrow as that happens. I might live stream a little bit while the photo shoot's going on. I don't know. Show everybody a little bit of that world, the little pin-up fun stuff that me and my bestie do. Because it's cute and it's fun. All right, y'all. Have a good day. Have a nice, relaxing college game day. And I'll see you all later.